I'm Rob Whitfield with the Orange County Register, and welcome to OCN2 for Thursday, July 23rd. Anaheim police say 3 teenagers have been arrested on suspicion of robbing 17 7-Eleven stores at knife point from June 20th to July 17th in cities throughout Orange and Los Angeles counties. 18-year-old Raymond Moreno of Anaheim was arrested Tuesday at an abandoned house in Anaheim and is being held in lieu of $50,000 bail. A 17-year-old male from Chula Vista, who police say is the primary suspect, and another 17-year-old male from Anaheim were also arrested. Their names are being withheld because they are minors. Police say media exposure resulted in numerous phone calls, which eventually led authorities to the 3 teens. Police have arrested a man in connection with Tuesday evening's anthrax scare at an apartment in Newport Beach. 29-year-old Fong Nguyen was arrested Wednesday in Los Angeles. Nguyen had been evicted from his apartment unit, and while examining the unit in the Coronado Apartments for vandalism, Newport Beach officers found threatening messages on the walls and jars marked anthrax with a white powdery substance inside. Officials later determined that substance was cornstarch. Fong is being held on $50,000 bail on charges of criminal threats. The Rite Aid floor supervisor described to deputies how a man pushed her to the ground and took a deposit bag from her as she was walking in the parking lot of a bank in Dana Point, taking with him about $20,000 in cash. But authorities say deputies found contradictions in her story, and when investigators checked her phone records, they found that Cynthia Ongom Jenkins had been exchanging text messages with her supposed attacker, setting up the robbery. Jenkins was set to be arraigned Wednesday on charges of burglary, grand theft, and filing a false police report. The 43-year-old woman is also facing additional charges from another robbery in November 2007, where 2 armed suspects allegedly robbed another Rite Aid where she was working in Costa Mesa. No suspects were identified in that robbery, and officials have charged Ongom Jenkins with second-degree robbery and grand theft in that incident. If convicted, Ongom Jenkins faces a maximum sentence of 15 years and 8 months in state prison. Authorities continued their search Wednesday evening using helicopters and cadaver dogs to search for a 76-year-old woman who police say has been missing from her Aliso Viejo home since Friday morning. Margot Walters went missing from her home sometime before sunrise, leaving behind her cell phone, house keys, and identification, and investigators believe she may have left wearing her pajamas. Walters' husband told authorities that he and his wife had an argument before going to sleep, and upon waking at 3 a.m., he realized she was missing. After receiving no leads on her whereabouts for 4 days, authorities began the search on Tuesday evening. Authorities say they do not suspect foul play at the moment. Both the Sheriff's Homicide and Missing Persons units are investigating. And you can read more about all of these stories and get your breaking news all day at ocregister.com.